offense comes in, because it's a thing that has been given to you.
So now
the question is, do you have ownership of that? Have you discovered who you are?
I have a pen. I bought it from the market. No. So it was made by someone. I own it.
Miss it. It is Growth and Grind Africa every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Unique 95.7 FM.
Let's grow, let's grind, let's win together. Growth and Grind Africa, proudly brought to you by Barker Africa and L&D Africa. Also streaming on all Barker Africa and L&D Africa social media handles. Growth and Grind Africa. Leave it. I'm Lizzy-Ann, and you know what that means?
Margaret Jackson here. It's time to grow and grind with us right here on Unique 95.7 FM.
So join us this and every Thursday at 5 p.m. as we talk strategy, mindset, and real growth.
No fluff, just tools, stories, and ideas to help you win in life and business. So don't miss it. It is Growth and Grind Africa every Thursday at 5 p.m. on Unique 95.7 FM.
Let's grow, let's grind, let's win. Growth and Grind Africa, proudly brought to you by Barker Africa and L&D Africa. Also streaming live on all Barker Africa and L&D Africa social media handles. Growth and Grind Africa.
Learn it,
Leave it.
lead it.
Good afternoon, all listeners. It's Grow once again. It's another Thursday, and we are streaming on all our platforms, Barker Africa, L&D platforms, social media handles, and also live from Accra, Ghana, from Unique FM 95.7, a radio with a difference. It's once again Growth and Grind Africa. My name is Senor Yao Kluchedo, and with me co-hosting for the first time is...
Hi. Good evening, everyone. My name is Stanley Appington, and you're welcome to Growth and Grind Africa.
Nice. Okay, so Stanley, what are we talking about today in Growth and Grind?
Today's topic is very, very special. So we are talking about building skills that pay the bills. The rhyme scheme.
We are building skills that pay the bills.
We're talking about digital power. We're talking about hustle skills. We are talking about how to build an online presence for Africa's new workforce. That's the youth.
Sounds exciting.
Very.
And who do we have to help us in the discussion?
We have none other than himself, Edward Asare. I believe most of us that are mostly on LinkedIn, we see him a lot. He's even on every social media platform, but I myself, I'm a LinkedIn person, so I see Edward a lot. I think I'm one of the few people that say we stalk him. But I don't say I stalk him.
Oh,
but
that's
I say
another one.
I try to be like him. So I'm not saying I'm stalking, but I'm trying to be like him. So we have Edward Asare, and Edward is he's everything. He's a digital marketer. So Edward
Okay.
has worked with professional brands. He's worked with a lot of organizations, and he's a communications professional. He began his digital marketing journey with Media General.
Okay.
He's worked with TV3. He's worked with 3FM. He's worked with UBA, and he's working somewhere else now, and he's doing awesome and everything. I think he's trying to be a mentor to people that are trying to be like him. I don't want to get into it.
All right,
We'll
so-
ask him more questions about it.
Okay. Well, Edward.
Hello.
Hi.
Nice to.
Okay, good.
Yes.
Good. So, again, digital, we're going to talk about,
Building the skills that pay the bills.
okay, the skills that pay the bills. And so we went out on the streets of Accra,
Yeah.
and to get some opinions from people from the streets of Accra. What kind of skills have they developed that pay the bills? Are all skills equal? And if
Yeah.
not, which ones are preferable to others? And so we went to the streets of Accra, and then this is what some people have to say about skills that pay the bills.
Doing Jogoto. And then with the question, what's one skill you believe every young African needs today to succeed, and why? I feel like it's money management. Yeah, I feel like every young African needs to know how to like manage money so that they don't find themselves wanting in ways that will let them go into like social vices and other stuff. Yeah, saving money is good, investing and other stuff. Yeah.
My name is Sandel Apenton, and I work with World Vision Ghana. So one skill I believe every young African needs today to succeed is entrepreneurship. And why? Because digital literacy, I believe, can empower young Africans to start and grow their own business, utilizing e-commerce, digital marketing, and online platforms. Thank you.
Okay, so good afternoon. My name is Hilarious Belaglesu, and I think one skill I believe every young African needs today to succeed is an effective communication. Being able to express yourself clearly and confidently can make a huge difference in personal and professional settings. It can help build strong relationships, resolve conflicts, and even boost career prospects. In today's interconnected world, being able to, the reason why I said this is because in today's interconnected world, being able to communicate effectively can truly unlock opportunities and foster greater understanding across cultures and communities. Thank you so much.
Need as Africans to succeed in the world today, because most of the times things go wrong and people stay down, but having a resilient spirit, like in the mindset to be able to come back and come up and come out of certain things, is something that's going to really help us, especially those of us who come from not well-to-do families. Being resilient, like in your mindset, in the way you do things, having I don't know the word to use here, but like the zeal to be better, like to be a better person. Yeah, we did it.
Okay, so those were the views from the streets, the skills that pay the bills. Edward, I'm just wondering, what skills do you have that pay your bills?
I would say the use of social media, communications, digital marketing. That's what has been paying my bills for some time now.
So, Stanley rightly said your presence on social media, precisely LinkedIn, it's something worth everyone's attention.
Yeah.
Well, unfortunately, I have not had the opportunity to do that, especially on yours. But so, why digital? Why the digital space?
So I think I got interested in digital marketing and social media when I was in junior high school, when I came to Accra fresh from the
Okay.
village.
So,
And,
what age was that?
13, 14,
Okay.
thereabout.
Okay.
So those days you would get money, you go to the internet cafe, and then you go and buy time.
Yeah.
And then you go and Facebook or Eskimi, eBuddy.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Like
So
I'm old now.
okay, yeah.
My Facebook is still there.
Yes.
So Facebook, okay.
Yeah.
Eskimi, okay.
Yeah, people lately, I mean, the Gen Zs wouldn't know of eBuddy and Eskimi. Stanley, you know what?
No, I don't. Let me tell you, I don't.
What about you?
I know. Yeah, I heard about. I was not a user of it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was very interested in the whole community creation building. So I would go to Facebook and then just go and create friends and add friends, and I would write stories on my timeline, and people would be, happy reading it. So I was very much curious about how building communities on digital media works, and that's how I got into that field by mistake, I would say.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it wasn't by design.
No.
Wow. Okay. So I want to know. I don't want to say it's been smooth, but from my point of view, it's been smooth. I want to know how the journey has been for you from start.
From the beginning, yeah, it wasn't really a job, because those days nobody's paying anybody at all to do social media or digital media for them. They would rather see it as waste of time. So in the beginning, I didn't plan on being a digital marketer when I grew up. I wanted to be a doctor, just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Because my daddy was a doctor.
Okay.
So, but it didn't work out that way. I went to school and I did my national service, hoping that I would get some ambitious job.
Okay. High end job.
Oh yes,
Okay.
yes. Because then again, I finished my national service around 2016 thereabout, and at that time, aiming to be a digital marketer is not something people don't see to be ambitious enough, because they don't rate it. Most organizations, they don't have that role in their company structure. So it was more or less like a hobby for me. I was just doing it. I just love it until I got a job somewhere to be an accountant, because I had written the ICA and a part one. And then the moment I sat behind my laptop and I was typing and everything, I felt like, no, every few minutes I'll just go to social media. I was like, no, this is not for me. The next day, they were calling me, Edward, where are you? Won't you come to work? I said, I've stopped.
I've stopped.
And I went back to the job that was paying me something small, not even 1,000 Ghana.
The money wasn't big.
But the excitement and the joy that comes with building communities was there for me, and that was it for me. That's how it has been, even though it was not lucrative from the very beginning.
So, what was exciting about going online and then adding friends to your list, and then reading messages, seeing whether you've had a message in your inbox? What was exciting about that?
So it's about, I would say it's a personality thing. When somebody like me, I enjoy engaging people. I enjoy talking to people, virtually, making friends, and then creating content, writing text and stories on my timeline for people to engage and give me their opinion. That whole experience is very nice for me. So that's what made me want to focus on that area.
Great. I think I also want to say that sometimes it's not about maybe the personality. You have bills to pay. You have no choice than to be online. That's what I feel.
Okay.
So I get Edward's point of view. Sometimes the personality type has an impact. Yeah, because I myself, I feel like I don't want my presence online that much, because it will be raising a lot of questions. People would be trying to inquire what's going on in your life. So I try to stay in my space, but then I'm in the consulting space. I have to put myself out there. So sometimes I feel, because of the bills, you have no choice.
So how then did you develop the skill of just going online? And I'm just curious. How did you develop the skill, and then in fact, did you consider that as a skill in the first place?
It is a skill. So digital marketing and digital communications is a combination of several skills, that enables you to do well on the platform. In the beginning, it came as being very inquisitive, like very curious about how digital platforms work. And if you are somebody who uses social media a lot, you'll notice that every now and then there are different updates that are coming with the various platforms that are available. So I'm very much interested in how these things work. That is the number one skill that I think I have.
So it was birthed out of curiosity
to know how these platforms work.
Okay.
Number two is communication. Look, the platform is just a medium where you're able to pass information from one point to the other. And I have been able to use that communication skills to write stories that people can relate to, that people see and they read and they see value in it. So I think that skill has also helped me a lot when it comes to this digital marketing field. Another thing that has been very important, or that had helped me in my digital marketing journey, is technical skills, because most of these platforms you need the ability to understand how they work. And for me, that has separated me or made me special in that field, because I'm very much interested in learning how these platforms work, learn how to use the tools that come with them, so that you can be able to write the stories and then push them, run the campaigns to reach the right audiences that you're looking to reach.
So first of all, you said we were talking about curiosity, then communication, writing skills, and then technical skills.
Exactly.
So it's a combination of all these. So it means that the internet space was just a platform that a lot of people can just see what you're doing. Okay.
Exactly.
So that's what digital marketing predominantly, succinctly, it's like all about putting up your products or your services out there, and then for people to reach out to you so you could provide those services.
Right. And I would always say that digital skills is not only for digital marketers. It's for everybody.
Everyone.
That's a mistake people make. They think that if you're not a digital marketer, you don't need to have these skills for yourself. But I think it's for everybody else, even professionals who are not digital marketers, people who are selling products, people who are selling goods, even as a person. Now people are building personal brands, and you can use digital media, do all of these.
So at what point was that paying your bills? I'm interested in that one, because if I do all that, if I'm curious, somebody will be saying that's listening to us, watching us on our social media platforms, and saying, okay, he seems very nice, he seems to be talking eloquently, but the bottom line, does that pay the bill? At what point for you at what point did that start paying the bills, and then you were like, okay, this is something interesting and I want to focus, make a career out of it?
It does pay bills, and let me just talk about it. One, if you want to take digital media seriously, you want to make money out of it, you have to start by not booking the money. Don't focus on the money. And that is not to say you don't want money. Do you understand? Because digital media is such that you have to put in some level of investment when it comes to content before the results will come. But if you are very eager in getting the money today, you will suffer. You would be frustrated, because it doesn't happen like that. Now, how do you now make or pay the bills out of this thing? Let me start from the personal branding perspective. So let's say a gentleman who went to school to read graphic design from Accra Technical University, you've completed school, you are very good at what you do. You can use social media to brand yourself as the go-to guy when it comes to graphic design in this current world. And it's just as simple as capturing yourself, posting your works on your timeline, and then people engaging with it. And then Stanley reaches out to you, Charlie, bro, I saw your work. How much to get this design done? And that is you paying the bill by building a personal brand. Number two, creating content. Lots of people might not be in front of the camera, but they are creating content that influences digital media people, organizations use on a daily basis on their platform. So we have other skill sets like photography, videography, video editing, and all of these things. or people who just create podcasts, and all of these things come with a lot of money. And those people in those fields, they'll tell you that right now they are really cashing out because we need those content to keep running. Should I continue?
Yes, you should continue.
I'm keeping them.
Yeah, it's you're making a good listener. I'm just listening to you, and I'm like, they are cashing out.
Yeah.
You're making it look like digital marketers now, because of the advent of technology and all the apps, are raking in quite a substantial amount of money.
Exactly.
As compared to the normal skills we know.
Well,
Is it the case? Is it the case?
Dependent on where you position yourself and the kind of brand you attract yourself. And that sends me to my next point, which has to do with influencer marketing. So with the advent of
I you have to school me here. Influencer marketing. What's all that about?
Right. So with the emergence of digital media and social media and web, all of these channels, people have been able to create for themselves personalities. They've been able to position themselves as people of interest on the internet because they have something to offer. One could be because you're beautiful, you're fine, you're handsome. And because of that, when you post your content, people want to watch you. And because of that, a clothing company would say, I want to give you this amount of money just for you to wear my clothes. Just like that.
Just like that.
And you become a fashion influencer. Or maybe you're very funny. People watch you and you're just funny for them. And I'm sure you might have seen some of these folks on TikTok. You're just funny. You create content and people are just laughing at your content. And then because these companies, under normal circumstances, might not get traffic to their pages, they need to leverage on your audiences to sell their product.
So it's all about the numbers.
Exactly, it's a numbers game. It
that scares me a lot, because it does not necessarily have to do with perhaps something. It could just be a joke. It could be a comedy or something. Once you're getting the traction,
eyeballs. It's the eyeballs. Attention is what is paying the bills now. If you're able to get a decent number of people watching your content, that is some money.
But so how do you start? How do you start that?
Right. Number one, to be able to become an influencer, let me just give you a step-by-step process of if you want to do that.
So listeners, step-by-step approach. Take a pen and a paper.
All right.
Or perhaps you can just take your
Right.
if you're in a car, you can just take your notes on your.
Number one, you need to have a certain unique identity that people are very interested in, that people want to see.
Okay.
So for instance, one, you might be very funny, or perhaps you're very tall, or you're very short, or you have this unique head shape, or perhaps you have a very, very unique voice. There should be something that would make people want to, when they scroll past your content, they will scroll back and say, what's going on here? Are you with me?
Yeah.
Number two, for you to build a decent or become an influencer in Ghana, after you've been able to discover this talent set of yours, create digital channels, starting with social media. Okay. Facebook, TikTok, LinkedIn, X, Instagram, Snapchat. Create all of them. And then start creating content on yourself. Please, you don't need a whole setup. You don't need the
lights,
4K camera.
camera.
Just your phone in front of you. Start with whatever you have. You understand? And then be authentic with whatever you are doing. You get me?
Okay.
Then number three, market those skills. When I say market those skills, it's just you coming into that mode where you are able to put yourself out for people to see you and even criticize you. And that is something that most people are afraid of. Like, Charlie, what will people say? Charlie, you that you were in high school, you wanted to be doctor. Right now,
you are doing social media. You are dancing.
So you have to, embrace that ability to withstand social pressure by marketing yourself.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
And then after doing all of those things, associate with other influential people. You understand? So if there is somebody who is doing well in your field, collaborate with them. And while you are collaborating with them, you are bathing off their water. Do you get me?
Osmosis. You are pulling it.
Exactly.
You don't know you're pulling it, but you're pulling it.
Exactly.
So first of all, you said for the listeners out there, unique identity.
Yes.
The next one, create a digital channel. Okay. Then create content. And in the content, you need to be authentic. And then market those skills, the skills, the content that you've created. Then you have to associate with other influential people to get a larger reach.
Exactly.
Okay.
Collaboration. And once you are able to get into those circles, once you are able to have that skill and value, people would want to even associate with you. They might even invite you to be part of their circles. And whilst the numbers keep increasing, now you can go and sell. You can write a decent proposal, send it to a company. Dear so and so, my name is this. I have these numbers on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. You understand? Snapchat.
Yeah. Okay.
And I would want to post your products or services for you at this amount. You are likely to be called back.
I want to know. So you've gotten the numbers. You've gained the attention. So now you have the problem of normally the critics. You've been able to overcome the critics. You're always looking forward to the criticism. So you're looking forward to it. Now the second issue for me is, how do you keep up? Is it a matter of being creative with everything or being consistent with the posts you're making?
Consistency is very important when it comes to this field. And the platforms reward consistency. Look, all of the social media platforms that we have, they make money through ads.
Okay.
So if you're very consistent in churning out content, they reward you by opening up the space or the eyeballs for people to see more of your content. Because Charlie, you are bringing in people onto the platform.
Okay.
Do you understand?
Okay.
So the more consistent you are about a thing, the better. And that is why it is very important that you do something that naturally comes to you.
Okay. So just to follow up to what Stanley just said, consistency, and you said consistency and all that. I'm worried about people getting addicted to presence online and forming an identity online, because perhaps the person might not have been a comedian or and then he has so happened to just put out a funny skit, as they call it, and everyone likes it, and because of that he's been pressured to keep it up.
Okay, so for the purpose of this discussion, we are looking at ways that we can turn all of these things into money.
Yeah, which is the good side of
beneficial.
Beneficial,
Exactly.
but not overlooking as well
Exactly.
the flip side of it as well.
The fact that there are accidents on the Tema motorway doesn't mean we will not go to them. Already, people are addicted to their phones. My brother, if today when you were come to work, you left your phone, I bet you would have gone back home to take it.
True.
So some way, somehow, we are all addicted.
Even on your phone, you might even leave your charger at home.
You go back.
Go and take your charger.
So right now, how do you change that addiction to something that is more beneficial? Because Charlie, as for the phone you take, as for the social media you watch. So now, how do you now turn that into something that will benefit you, that will bring money to you? But you, every day, all you do is scroll. You won't create any content that will at least make people know you are good at this particular skill. Even if you are not a content creator, why don't you use LinkedIn to make yourself visible to people who will employ you? Let's say you're an accountant. But I think that social media is only relevant to TikTokers. But here you are, you have an accounting degree from the university. National service is about to end. You don't have a LinkedIn account.
Wahala.
And right now, you go to HR, say, HR, my mother said.
Okay. So,
wow, if you had created a decent presence on LinkedIn, by now you would have connected with some CEO, be somewhere that said that after your service,
guy,
come,
bring your CV.
But you thought social media is for only some people, and you are relying on or saying that because it's addictive in tea, you are not going to leverage on the benefits that it comes with.
Okay, so if I still want to push further with the addictive part of social media,
right?
Because it's presence on social media. Yes, they are the good side of it. I mean, like you rightly said, the fact that there are motor accident does not mean that you should never use the motorway or something like that. But then you could still use the motorway, but being very cautious.
Exactly.
Regulatory rules and things like that. Because bullying, online bullying, has also become a thing. That's why I want to just chip that in, because yes, there's the presence of the possibility of digital marketing raking in a lot of money. But then if the monetary aspect of it clouds our judgment, and then what happens then?
I understand.
In your space as marketers, and or are there do's and don'ts when it comes to applying your trade?
Right.
Or it's just, once again, to quote you about the numbers, so anything goes. Is that the justification?
Of course, there has to be some things you have to take note of to get the best out of the platform.
Okay.
And to talk about the addiction you're talking about, it is true. It's something that is very prevalent in among social media users. And for you to be able to do that, I think just simple tools on your phone, like screen time, can help you reduce the number of times
screen time.
Yeah, number of time you spend on your phone, or setting or turning on do not disturb on your phone at particular times, such that you limit your time on the platform. Is also another thing that you can do. Now, when it comes to the other side of creating content and other vices that people perpetrate on the platform, for instance, bullying. There are various tools that you can use to curb that as well.
Okay.
So if somebody is very, very much harsh towards you on these platforms, there's a very simple tool like blocking them.
Block.
Or just
Okay.
mute them.
Mute
and
block.
And then you wouldn't see their content again or whatsoever. They wouldn't come under your post to come and insult you or whatsoever. You understand? So I think those are some of the things that you can use in creating the content. Now, when it comes to the numbers, I know there are some things that people would do that might bring a lot of numbers, but then
What they call I hear they call it boosting or something.
Oh, that is paid.
It's a paid.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pay for that. Okay.
Yeah, you can pay for that too.
Okay.
But most people are very much interested in organic growth, which is the numbers you get without boosting. And for people who are on social media, dependent on the kind of content you are creating, you get certain brands coming to you. If you are posting or circulating content that is not too desirable, you are likely not to get people coming to you to advertise with you, even though you have the numbers. Yeah, because no company would want to associate themselves with somebody who is not having a good brand. Yeah.
Okay. So in building your brand, I want companies like Nestle, the big ones, to reach out to me to
Becca Africa.
Like Becca Africa,
L&D.
and L&D. Thank you very much. I don't know why I missed that, but yes. So in trying to attract those people, what's one mistake you can give out to say I should avoid in building my brand, trying to attract those people?
If you're someone who wants to attract very good brands to yourself and you're an influencer, stay away from bashing brands online. Yes, stay away from that. If you have any issue with a brand, go directly to them for them to solve it for you. Because then when you are doing that, you are communicating to brands that the listing you are going to comment on online and then just bash them. And no company wants that bad publicity coming to them. Number two, if you want to attract certain brands, believe in their brand, talk about them. Sometimes you can be able to attract some brands by just consuming their brands, their content, or whatever service or product they have to offer, and then giving them free publicity. And before you realize, they invite you, they've given you a deal and all of that. I've seen so many of such happen online. I don't want to mention the company's names because we want them to come on the show and come and sponsor the show.
Yeah, why
if
not?
you're listening to this, come on the show and come and sponsor L&D.
We need it. Come.
So you can just go onto any platform. If you love a particular beverage, if you love a particular food, a particular clothing, rock it and give them some free publicity. Send it to them that, hey, when I did this for you, I got these numbers. So please,
let's work together.
Let's work together. And it's more likely it's going to work for you because I've done it. It worked for me. Yeah.
So if you're joining us on air, listening to us, and you want to join in the conversation, you can always send your questions through the social media platforms, beccaafrica.com, on YouTube, LinkedIn, as well as L&D Africa social media platforms, LinkedIn and social media, Facebook as well. However, if you're listening to us on Unique 95.7, a radio with a difference, you can just call in, and the numbers to call are 0550-834555, 0550-834555, and then we'll pick your calls. And so you should avoid bashing brands online, Edward says. what happens if you have the numbers, you've tried all that you can, but still you're not getting the sweet deals. No one is you write tons of proposals to these companies, no one gets to you, and you've perhaps invested a lot of money into creating that brand. What then do you do?
So when it comes to this influencing thing, we have agencies that manage influencers. Yeah, so you'd have to find a way.
That's a new one.
Yeah,
That's a new. That's a new one.
most marketing agencies have influencer marketing departments where they manage influencers. So when the deals come from these major companies, if the companies don't reach out to you directly, the agency would have to reach out to you. Okay, we want somebody to market this clothing line for us. We think this person would do it, and then they will just give it to you because it's in line with whatever content you put out there. So that's something that you'd have to do as a person. Number two, go to LinkedIn and then search for the marketing head of marketing of most organizations, and then send them a DM, send them your proposal. Perhaps whatever you've been doing all this while, you are not getting to the right department that would help you, get the deal when it comes to that. And then the third one would have to be check your content. Is this something that any organization would like to associate with? If you're someone who is always posting things that the company doesn't like, or is against the company's values.
Okay. So, Edward, we have our first caller online. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
My name is Ajo, and I'm calling from Tema.
Okay.
Yes, I must say today's show has been so enlightening. I think that there's so much more I can do with social media, because I used to shy away from social media. But listening to today's show, I think that I can do much more on social media. So I just called to say thank you.
Thank you, Ajo. Thank you. So you see, Edward, you've won Ajo over. The introverted Ajo now is thinking of going having a presence on social media. That's good to hear. Once again, if you're joining us, you can still call our numbers, reach out to us. The phone lines are open 0550-834555. 0550-834555. Great. So
I just want to say this too. I have a few friends. I have one friend. He says he's addicted to certain apps, so he's deleted TikTok, he's deleted Instagram. For some reason, I don't know why. But you can build certain connections on such platforms. So from your experience, I want to know, you've done a whole lot with networking. What do you prefer? Do you prefer the online networking, or you prefer in-person networking?
I think the online networking is not the end to itself. The goal of the online networking is to be able to create an offline network. It doesn't end there.
Okay.
The end goal is to get that relationship offline, because that is when the thing is really a big deal.
Okay.
Do you understand? Yeah. So that's why I'm very much interested in, even though we are on social media and we are getting all the likes and the follows and all of that, that is not the end in itself. The end goal is me getting to know Stanley for Stanley, me getting to know Senor in person, that I can pick my phone and just call, hey Stanley, what's up? And we are able to pick deals, and we are able to do things together.
Yeah.
So I believe strongly that the thing doesn't end online. It's better when you take it offline. Yeah.
Okay, so it means you start online and then you move offline.
That's right.
Okay. I'm learning a lot today. You start online and go offline. Do you come back online again?
I mean, it doesn't end.
It doesn't. It's cyclical. You go offline, online, offline, online, offline.
The relationship is more personal when it is offline. That is why, even though I'm a digital person, you would see me at conferences trying to connect with the people who I've met online. They will say, "Oh, Edward, I've read most of your content on LinkedIn, and it's good to see you in person." Before you realize we've become friends, and before you realize she's part of the marketing department, and before you realize she has called me next week, Charlie, we have some. Then you understand?
Okay.
Exactly.
All right. So once again, the listeners, if you comment on Facebook and YouTube, don't hesitate. Let us know your questions, your comments, your remarks. If not, phone lines are still open 0550-834555. 0550-834555. And we'll be expecting your calls and your comments. We would like to go for a song. an interlude, musical interlude, and then this time around we're going 360 from Asha.
We don't have to go to 360 degrees. Now it's time we go the 180. You don't have to climb the highest mountain. All you're looking for is within you. Open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth as I sing my song. Open the eyes of your mind, your ears and mouth as you hear my words. Oh, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting. I'll be home. Ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee, ba-da-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting. I'll be. We still live in yesterday. Many treated a waste away. But nevertheless, it's never late. See the times that change. I thought you knew. But these words you never ever will. The world has sometimes times of Friday. So drop your guns and your swords and let us leave all that's wrong. We're only love and understanding. So drop your guns and your swords and let us leave all that's wrong. Whoa. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-dee, ba-da-ba-ba-da-dee. I'll be waiting.
Yeah, that's Asha. I don't know, but I really do like Asha. And say that 360 and
Sure that you want for. So we're not from
famous Nigerian.
X Factor. I remember.
And she was able to build a brand out of that. So, that's all about she created. She had a talent, she had a singing voice, the writing skills, and she was able to leverage on a platform, build a social, an internet presence, and now she's also become an artist, and
She's paying the bills.
she's that's all. Paying the bills. Okay. So any questions? Any the listeners out there? Well, the phone lines again: 0550-834555, 0550-834555. Back to you, Edwards. Okay. So, are your parents happy?
that was tough.
Oh yes, my parents are very happy
So,
with whatever I'm doing.
I
Even
mean-
though he wanted me to be a medical doctor when I was a little boy,
Yeah.
but it never happened. And I'm doing this now, and I think I'm loving it. And I think by the grace of God, I'm doing quite well.
You
in this
regret?
space, so no regrets at all.
Okay.
Yeah,
Sure.
I'm very positive.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you advise your child or someone to go social media?
So I would want them to pick what comes to them, what they are very convicted about. The
Okay.
whole goal is to create an environment where people are able to do what they want to do. Whatever you want to do, just be the best. Even if you want to be a cleaner, clean in such a way that they would want you to go and clean John Mahama's room for him.
Okay, if
You
you don't know who
understand?
John Mahama is, the president, he is the president of Ghana.
So that's basically it.
Okay. All right. So you're excited. It's paying the bills. You're a happy man.
I'm happy, man.
Yeah.
So then you believe that when you are trying to connect with these people, building your presence, it's not about trying to take from them. Do you have to give?
The goal is to give. You have to give if you want to connect and connect well. If you want to network and network well, go with the mentality of I'm going to benefit them. I'm going to give off my value
to them.
And certainly when you give off value, it will bring something in return.
Okay.
And that's how digital media works. Look at everybody at all that is doing so well on social media. They are always putting in themselves.
Okay, I think about what I don't know.
So you put in and then it brings. Yeah, you don't
It's
just
automatic.
Yeah,
you don't. It goes and it comes back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
If you are just a content consumer, nothing comes from it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Perhaps we should be hosting Wodemaya one of these days. Wherever you are, Wodemaya.
Sure, Stanley will get him for you.
I will. Okay. Wherever you are listening, Wodemaya, would love to have you in Unique FM on Growth and Grind Africa. You're talking more about digital presence, digital marketing, and all that. Yes. So you're a happy man. You don't no regrets. Life is rosy.
That's right.
So what changed, or what gave you that push? What put you out there? Is it a book? Is it a podcast that you listen to? Is it an advice someone gave you?
It's a combination of several things when growing up. And I would say that it has always been about the mindset. Look, most Ghanaians or most people in Africa have this mentality of hiding themselves because of how we were raised.
Yeah,
conservative
society.
Exactly. But that is harming us. Now, when you're very vocal, they try to shut you down. Don't talk. If you are very visible, they say you are too known. You are very prideful. You are very arrogant and all of that. And guess what? So many people, unfortunately, will go to their grave with so much talent in them. The goal of your talent is for you to move from you to other people. Those days, you need to pay so much money to get your talent known. But right now, with just a phone, you're able to just capture your talent and then it is all over. If you have a very good voice and nobody is signing you, just put your phone in front of you, sing into it, and post it. Trust me, if it is good enough, it will pick up. Do you understand? Okay. So that whole mentality of, I'm hiding myself, I don't want anybody to know about me. We are good, but we are the humble ones. See, no, you die with your
humbleness.
You understand? But give yourself out there. Embrace the whole digital thing. Put your skills out there. Put your product out there. Put your service out there. And who knows what might happen.
I mean, it aligns with Ajo, a caller who says that she likes to keep to herself, and so now she's thinking about.
But it takes a lot of mental effort, though.
Yeah,
you need to come to the realization or that mental state that makes you want to put yourself out.
Do we all have to have a presence? Be out there.
Look, I would never push anybody to do that, because I believe that there is no single way to success.
Okay.
But trust me, for some roles, for some career path, for some aspirations, you need numbers. And the more people get to know you, or the more visible you are, the more luck you get in those spaces. If you want to be a musician, you need it. If you want to be a known hairdresser, you need it. If you want to be a talked about journalist, you need it. If you want to be a president in Ghana, you can't say you want to be a president of Ghana, you want to be low-key.
Low-key for where?
It doesn't matter how good you are. You can't say you want to be an MP. Even Assemblyman said
you have to be online.
People have to know you.
Yeah. Okay.
And for those things, the low-hanging fruit is to use digital media.
One thing I noticed on LinkedIn, I used to have the impression that LinkedIn is for just the corporate people who sit in the offices.
Very much so.
That's the mindset I had. And then I noticed a few doctor accounts. Even doctors are using LinkedIn. And I was like, wow. Because I thought, as a doctor, you don't need LinkedIn for anything. Why are you building your online presence? It's automatic for you. You go into the medical field, you find your job, you move on. But I felt LinkedIn, you need, as a corporate person.
You're talking about medical professionals.
The medical professionals.
Okay.
I was thinking, why, as a medical, why do you have a LinkedIn account? Who are you trying to get the attention of? But then I see that no matter the profession, the role you are in, you need to have your online presence over there. And I think that's a very good point that you've made.
Yeah. So does that throw away the traditional networking skill?
It doesn't. I think
because I'm asking this question because some people can be very good online, the presence and everything, but very poor when it comes to interpersonal relationship, when you meet them in person, go like, you are better off. I like your online presence, but your aura, your presence in person, it's not really desirable.
Well, that is very dicey. It's debatable, and
Okay.
that's some of the reasons why some people shy away from digital platforms. And most people who don't want to use digital platforms are very critical about those who use it. So you see some.
Oh, so I'm critical.
No, accusations made. It's a general statement.
No accusations made.
And what I've noticed is that people who have been able to get some level of success or do something without the platform don't rate people who use it. The moment you use it, they put you in a certain bracket. They have a certain perception about you. So the moment they meet you in person, they try to be very critical. And that is why I said earlier on that if you want to be very visible, you have to get into this mindset of being able to assimilate and face criticism. If the more visible you are, the more people will question, the more people have things to say about you, the more people have a say in your life. Okay, are you with me? But look, the fact that people are going to see you and say that, after all, look at Edward. I thought he would come here in a Benzo. He actually took
Chocho
and came here. That doesn't mean say the platform is bad. Are you with me? And it all has to do with personality. Some people are very reserved, and social media gives them that platform that they can express themselves. But when you meet them in person, perhaps they are very shy. True. That doesn't mean say the platform is bad.
Okay. Great.
Wow.
That's interesting to have these perspectives. Once again, the phone lines 0550-834555. 0550-834555. Okay. So okay, go ahead.
I just wanted to ask, so you have the skills. Do I need to take a course to be a digital marketer? Or I should just take my phone and be recording and posting every day?
Learning is not a bad thing. So if you can, learn. And me, I've learned most of the things I know about digital marketing on YouTube. It is a whole school on its own.
Okay.
Very true. Everything is there.
Yeah.
So you shifted from accounting to...
I started with the economics, and then I went to read, do some ICA part 1 accounting, and then I moved straight into YouTube University.
Okay, YouTube.
Yes, and
University.
And whilst I was learning, I was practicing. And the thing about digital marketing is that it is about the skill, it's about the practice. You can have 10 certifications in digital marketing, but if you don't know the thing, you don't know. You have to practice it. So even though you have the certificate, most companies are much interested in the experience you have in the field. Because look, today, Facebook will say, upload from here. Next time, that feature is not there, it's somewhere else. You have to keep learning all the time. So I'm not rubbishing schools, but the whole thing is about the skill acquisition and doing the thing. And if you're not getting an opportunity, go to your church media department. Go and volunteer to be a part of the social media marketing team. If you're not getting there, go to your mentor. Tell him that you want to use his pages. If your church said no, your mentor said no, use your own platforms and use it to learn. Exactly.
Good. And once again, just for the viewers and listeners out there, we are in the studio with Edward, and Edward is a social digital marketer, and he's already given us quite a lot of things to think about, a lot of tips to think about. And first of all, create a unique identity, create digital channels, create content which are authentic, market those contents and those skills, and you associate with other influential people, other brand names, other companies, and write proposal, knock on doors, go to platforms where you'll get the the presence of corporate world there. So LinkedIn, in that case, perhaps LinkedIn might be one among a lot. Then you send your proposal in the DM, and then something good will happen.
But I still want to get it out of Edward. Which classroom in a YouTube university were you watching? I want to know. I want to know the classroom you're in. I want everyone to know.
Plenty. It's a lot. But then again, on top of my head, I've really been watching Diary of a CEO.
Okay.
I watched that show a lot on YouTube, and some snippets of it on Instagram and other platforms as well. Okay. Alex Hormozi also has a very good platform on YouTube that talks about marketing and mindset and everything that has to do with personal development. And the School of Hard Knocks. It's you know that guy.
I know that guy.
I know that guy. See, his content are very short, but there's so much that you can learn.
A minute, 30 minutes.
Yes.
30 seconds. A minute, 30 seconds. That's a lot.
And when you watch these things, your mindset about the whole success thing gets to change. And trust me, the goal of all of this thing we are doing is not the clout. It's not the engagement. All those things matter. The goal of this is to provide some value that will bring money in the end.
Yeah.
Okay. And also you could also check out Back Africa on LinkedIn as well.
Yes.
And YouTube. You're talking about YouTube University. Back Africa is on YouTube.
Of course.
And of course, as
LND Africa.
LND Africa, because this show, Growth and Grind, is proudly presented and sponsored by Back Africa and then LND Africa. Well, it's so soon. That time is almost up, and
Time flies.
it does fly. So. Still, we would want to share with you what does LND? I think the viewers will be listening. LND, what is it all about?
Yes. So LND Africa is a learning and development platform. We talk about growth. We talk about learning. And when you go on the YouTube University, you can find a lot of webinars we have on there. We talk about how to build your brand, how to be a professional. And we have a lot of learning resources that we provide after each and every webinar. And even today we had a very awesome webinar, and we are hoping that in the next month we are going to have another webinar. We have the LND Africa conference coming up in October 15th to the 17th, and it's happening in Nairobi, Kenya.
Great. Likewise, Back Africa. We are also a consortium of consultants, and we deal with coaching services. The first ever coaching services. So we have executive leadership coaching, team building coaching, as well as thought of successive planning. We could coach you through that, as many as we deal with corporate and as well as public institutions. And so reach out to us on Berkha Africa, BERKHA Africa.com and LNDAfrica.com. Edward, parting words. You came here, spoke very, very eloquently about digital marketing, how it pays your bills. You've whetted people's appetite of going out there. Final words. What would you like to say? Tell someone out there about digital marketing. Final words.
Final words would be: digital media is not just for digital marketers. It's for every one of us. And if you are there, you have any particular offering, if you have any particular good or service at all, there's opportunity for you to use the platforms to your advantage. You don't have to do too much. Just use the little you have and consistently share your value on these platforms. And who knows what might come out of it. And also, thanks so much for having me on this platform.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure. That's what Growth and Grind Africa is all about. Giving up opportunities to put the young, and then the hustlers, and then the old school wisdom meet together.
And new school hustle.
And new school hustle. So I think this one is a new school hustle, right? Okay. But we still like new school hustle. Okay. We still like it. And if you're just wondering if you're a company out there and you'd like to partner with us, Growth and Grind Africa, sponsor the show, you can reach us out. You can reach out to us on number 02017828877. 02017828877. Edward,
thank you, sir.
It's a pleasure.
Yeah. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Stanley, good?
Okay. Very good.
Good?
Very good. I've taken all my points and I'm going to use them. I'm going to mop up my LinkedIn profile and make sure it looks like Edward's.
Let it be authentic though.
It'll be very authentic.
Okay, thank you, listeners, and it's been a pleasure having you. And my name is Senor Cluchedo, and I've been here with Stanley Apentin. Till we meet again next time, let's say it's bye from the studios of Unique 95.7, a radio with a difference. Goodbye.
comes
Name
in
was
because
given to you.
it's a name that has been given to you.
So now it is
Now,
yours.
the question is, do you have ownership of that?
owned it.
Have you discovered who you
I have a head. I bought it from the market.
No,
It was made by someone. I own it.
because it's a name that has been given to you.
So now it is
Now,
yours.
the question is, do you have ownership of that?
owned it.
Have you discovered who you
I have a head. I bought it from the market. It was made by someone. I own it.